Welcome to PWCI this week. I'm the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter, and we're hitting the Wayback Machine for this one. Well, as you can see by the date in the corner, and this is old video footage from VHS tapes, counting down to the 20th anniversary of the modern era of professional wrestling in Springfield, Illinois. So we decided to flash back all the way to 2002 to the early days of New Midwest Wrestling, back when it underwent the name change from Midwest Wrestling Alliance to New Midwest Wrestling, and the year layover, and they had to leave the stockyard warehouse, and then ran a few shows at Soccer World, just right off Veterans Parkway. And here comes the Khaos Kidd, which is actually Stephen Bishop, and wow, he's smaller actually, to an extent. Yeah, the Khaos Kidd, where Stephen Bishop emulated multiple WWE wrestlers. And on the outside of the ring, Lucius P. Coltrane, who was managing the Khaos Kidd. Dredd Walker was his former tag team partner. And Bishop's really into it. Anyway, this was from August of 2002, as you saw. And the bell sounded, I believe. So, Colin will tie up into the corner. Stephen Bishop is still active as a wrestler. Dredd Walker pretty much went in and out of activity, but is retired now. Has been retired for several years. The referee you'll recognize as the wacko cult leader known as Ron. Before he became a wacko cult leader, he was a referee for New Midwest here at Soccer World. Well, his stint as a ref wasn't very long. Doggone, he gave me a considerable amount of grief years back. Just nuts. Off the ropes, and down goes Khaos Kidd, or Bishop. And drop toe hold. Oh, he tried to grab the headlock, but Dredd Walker with the hammerlock. And the Kidd rolls through, and a Russian leg sweep. And the tassels start to come off. Anyway, it's like pulling them off. They aren't staying. They're not the tassels that wrestlers wore. Kicks them away to the outside. This weekend, several wrestling events going on. We'll mention it in a bit. The 20th anniversary is going to be on November the 2nd. Many of the wrestlers, some of the wrestlers from the past 20 years will be gathering up. It's a bit of a reunion. The Mississippi Madmen will be inducted into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. And it's quite remarkable how many of the original group who founded the Midwest Wrestling Alliance are still active in the ring. That includes Guy Smith, Bishop, as you see. This is Japanese arm drags. Irish whip. And hip toss, sit out. Spencer Powers, one of the original people, still active in the ring. There's a sliding drop kick. Tom Arson, still active, amazingly. Of course, that as the time passes, that number is shrinking more and more. I guess Sage Ramsey, another that's been active for quite since the early days, pretty much. Dredd Walker ramming Khaos Kidd, Stephen Bishop into the corner, and misses that kick. And Bishop, or Kidd, takes advantage with the suplex on the floor. And Khaos Kidd jumps back into the ring. Slides back out. Khaos Kidd slowly back down the ring and turns his attention away, and Dredd Walker kicks him off into the ring barrier. Where's the New Midwest ring? Currently in the possession of Sage Ramsey these days. Oh, close eye off the top. It was most recently used for Central Illinois Pro Wrestling. Held their last show during the summer before closing down. This weekend, 01 Supreme will be holding its 13th anniversary at the Berkeley Hospital Auditorium in Mattoon, Illinois. SICW will be running its monthly show at the EC Community Center in East Carondelet. Pro Wrestling Championship Series at the American Legion Hall in Olton. World Powerhouse Wrestling at the Madison County Fairgrounds in Highland, Illinois. And Glory Pro Wrestling will be holding an event at the Chesterfield Amphitheater, Chesterfield, Missouri. I don't know the start time on that, but it was part of a larger event held by 105.7 FM radio, kind of a fundraiser event for Halloween. Dredd Walker with some kicks. And a kick to the face, back kick to the face. And Dredd Walker going for a cover, and only a 2 count. Mississippi Madman will be inducted into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. He recently retired. He will be inducted by his longtime tag team partner of the Money-Making Jam Boys, Casey Jackson. And Khaos Kidd charges the corner, gets a boot to the face. It's been a mess. Khaos trying to climb the ropes, and he slipped. And Walker's, well, that slip. Walker did not follow up, and Bishop still hit his maneuver. Remarkable that, watching this footage, several of his signature moves now, he was doing all the way, like, this was 2002, so 18 years ago. His moveset hasn't varied all that much. Off the ropes, pick up, and atomic drop. Walker is down. And Khaos Kidd crawls over, cover, and 1. As you see, Lucius B. Coltrane on the outside. At some point in the future, Bishop joins league with Ron, and LPC pretty much a feud with Khaos Kidd, Stephen Bishop and Ron, and another apostle to join the crew later. Khaos Kidd fights his way out. Oh, caught him. Caught him with the elbow, and a 1-foot cover. Well, that's not going to work. That was silly to try that. The ride. Pick up. Spinebuster. We got cover. And a 3 count. Dredd Walker wins with the spinebuster. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. as Lucius P. Coltrane checks on his protege. And Dredd Walker wins here at Soccer World back in 2002. LPC telling Khaos Kidd to shake hands and be a good sport, give the code of honor, which he obliges. And the crowds were much bigger here at Soccer World. It's been hard to attract a crowd this size in the past few years. Been difficult. All right, we are going to take a quick break. We are going to take a look at the weekend schedule. You're watching PWCI this week.
We need a brew.
All right, second match of the show, and certainly still active in the ring is one Guy Smith. He's calling himself the alpha male back then. Of course, nowadays he calls himself Zero Hype. And fans were chanting all female like crazy back then. Of course, when a prominent wrestler used the name Alpha Male, he switched to a different nickname. Hell, he switched a whole multitude of nicknames. I don't know if I should try to recall the long phrase I gave him. I had a long nickname for him that incorporated all the names he used. The heavy hitter forever man, Reverend Alpha Male Guy Smith 1032. And somewhere in there I gotta incorporate Zero Hype. Now this match, and I have to kind of look this one up, was from July of 2002. This was the main event of Revolution. Rip Mystic was the inaugural New Midwest Heavyweight Champion. Of course, that doesn't count all the Midwest Wrestling Alliance era. There he is. I only have one camera shot from videotape. Color is kind of faded. Yeah, I don't know what. This is VHS footage. Of course, the cameras that recorded this video quality kind of varies. Guy Smith jaw-jacking with fans, and here we go. There was a bit of a pause in the tape. Skip ahead to the start of the match. Guy Smith jaw-jacking with the fans Hasn't really changed. Rip Mystic teased, or at least toyed with making a comeback recently, but decided not to because he had to purchase all new ring gear, since he gave it all away when he retired due to injury last time around. And his jaw-jacking was a young fan in the crowd. I wonder where she is these days. All grown up. Collar elbow tie-up. And Rip Mystic takes him down. Arm drag. Grabs the arm bar. Pinfall Wrestling Association will be hosting the 20th anniversary of Springfield Wrestling, the establishment of the modern era. Look at this. Mystic hopping over Guy Smith and takes him down with an arm drag. November the 2nd at the 8th Street Gym. Some old faces will be making an appearance. Invites were sent out. We don't know how many people or who all will be coming down for the reunion, for this reunion event. There's probably going to be a few throwback matches. Maybe a gimmick battle royal. We don't know. But this man started with, this Guy Smith started, oh, there's a splash off the top. Suicide dive off the top rope to the floor here at the Soccer World. We don't know who will be appearing. We hope to see some old faces we hadn't seen in years. It's just a question of finding everybody. Of course, many of the faces that are involved in the Springfield wrestling scene are still active, and but not necessarily from the Springfield area. Certainly came in during the middle part of the Springfield wrestling area, Springfield era. Look at this. Steady moonsault. And only a 2 count. Rip Mystic gonna send for the ride. Irish whip reversal. And Guy Smith has a hold of Rip Mystic and throws him at the top turnbuckle head first. Down he goes. Of course, the core group that formed Midwest Wrestling Alliance started in November of '99. Ran first at the theater where the Capital City Bar and Grill is. That's where this group started. They moved to a warehouse on Stockyard Road. That lasted until like early 2001. They were forced to vacate it. Then they had the name change, and New Midwest Wrestling held its first show here at Soccer World in April of 2002. They ran here for 6 months, ended up going to Bradfordton, Illinois, at what is now known as the Bradfordton Athletic Center. They were there a couple of years before, I guess, the Frazee family ran them out because they were complaining about a teen center. Yeah, and that teen center, yeah, it's remarkable how one family can hold the growth of the city of Springfield back for way more than 5 years. Oh, there's a elbow missed. Swing and a miss. Oh, power slam for Guy Smith. Cover 2. Yeah, I might have to cover this on a news episode, like a flashback segment. I may be doing a news episode next week. I don't know. I certainly had to turn in 2 weeks of television. when I recorded this on a Sunday. So, gee, let's look at my calendar. It's going to be probably the 24th of October where I may do a news episode because there's been some recent developments. Certainly in the Mo Elgin matter. And something controversial has been discovered about Randy Orton. And I'm going to have to, in light of his, I guess, use of the N-word on Twitch while intoxicated. And a picture on Twitter was uncovered, which I'm going to have to look at and find out what the heck happened with it. Anyway, Guy Smith with the cover, and only a 2 count. The New Midwest Heavyweight title is on the line in this particular match. Rip Mystic won the title in a one-night tournament in April 2002. Guy Smith wants to be the first one to take the belt off of him. Of course, Guy Smith did have a couple of reigns as the heavyweight champion, so years later. There's a choke in the corner. Referee getting in his face. That'd be Ron. Anyway, I mentioned the shows this weekend, the last weekend of the month in October. Dreamwave Wrestling is back in LaSalle, Illinois at the Knights of Columbus Hall. Dumbo Pro Wrestling in St. Louis, Missouri on the 26th at Concordia Turners. Big back body drop from Rip Mystic. Southland Championship Wrestling in Clifton, Illinois at the Clifton Commerce Center. There's a spin kick from Rip Mystic, takes him down. That's it for the last weekend of the month. Oh, Proving Ground Pro in Havana, Illinois at the Havana Park District Gym. It's like we featured Proving Ground Pro more than anything else this season. The fourth season of PWCI this week. But now we have started a new season, Season 5 of PWCI this week. PWCI began right before Halloween 4 years ago as the successor to the nosebleed seats. And Rip Mystic kicks away in the corner. Irish whip. Rip Mystic. There's the handspring into a splash. Takes him down. And Rip Mystic looking to put away Guy Smith. Looking to put away Guy Smith. So has a hold of him. Oh! He's going for that DDT, and Guy Smith reversed it. Now Guy Smith going up to the top rope, or middle rope. Gonna drop an elbow, he missed. Guy Smith misses the elbow. Rip Mystic slow to get up. Well, we hope to see Rip Mystic at the reunion, as well as Dredd Walker from the last match we showed here on the program. Guy Smith moves out of the way. We don't see it. Mystic was on the ropes, dove at him. Oh, there's a DDT! The implant DDT. Yeah, there's only one ringside camera shot available. Rip Mystic putting Guy Smith in position. You don't have a different shot to see what else is going on. It's like some things get out of the field of view of the camera. But Rip Mystic going up, and he's going for the 450 splash. He's out of camera shot, but there he lands it. I know it was a 450 because I wrote reviews on these past matches. And got the pin. Rip Mystic wins in 11 minutes. Oh, this is Michael Shard, and he just hit him with a flatliner. Well, going back in time, Michael Shard was under the tutelage of Professor PhD, and he wanted shots at the title himself. Of course, Guy Smith and Michael Shard ended up being members of Attitude Incorporated back in later years. And this is Real World Jeremy, who also had problems with both these men. And Michael Shard just drop-kicked Jeremy in the knee. Yeah, Jeremy hasn't been heard from since 2004. And Michael Shard attacking Real World Jeremy with a chair. Hey, he's one of the founders of New Midwest way back when. Oh! And Shard stomps the ankle. And this is Tom Arson. Of course, he and Rip Mystic were known as the Uninvited. And a boot to the face. Tom Arson throws Michael Shard over the top. Now, off the ropes, big spinebuster by Arson. Yeah, Tom Arson's still active as a wrestler these days. Rip Mystic. Giving a signal to Tom Arson to do a double team maneuver. Picks him up. And a floating neck breaker off the top. And the Uninvited stand tall. Guy Smith, the alpha male, down the heap. Rip Mystic retains the New Midwest Heavyweight title. Alright, that will do it for this edition of PWCI this week as we count down to the 20th anniversary to be held on November the 2nd at the 8th Street Gym by hosting will be Pinfall Wrestling Association, and we'll be inducting the Mississippi Madman into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame at that time. I don't know what's going to air next week. Maybe a news episode because I got stuff to cover. But until next time, this is the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. Thank you for watching PWCI this week. Good night, everybody.